we look at George Floyd as a pattern for the past 30 days. And of course, as you can see, starting here, May 25th, there was no George Floyd. Remember, it was Memorial Day, and then boom, the next day, and then an avalanche, okay? And then it subsided. But as it did, something else happened. Black Lives Matter, okay? Which happened right after May 26th as a byproduct of the protests. But then something else occurred later as a reaction. You agree would be a direct reaction to these two events. And that is this right here. Noose. Okay? And look. A relatively flat trajectory until some activity, but then look here. And what region led the way in this search and Google Trends? Well, it's a very good question. All we have to do to find out the answer is scroll down. North Dakota led in search of all of the areas. North Dakota, 100%. But then what search term were they looking for? Related topics: Oakland, Ku Klux Klan, Lake Merritt. Noose, Lake Merritt. Breakout. So basically, of all of the United States, North Dakota and Wyoming, North Dakota, a Trump state, 78% in Wyoming, even though it occurred in California. Do you think that someone wanting to gin up a racist base of people would do these acts where they would cause the most media attention, but then get the greatest reaction where their base was most interested in it? Looks that way to me. Wow. Chew on that, folks. Okay? Chew on that. Look. North Dakota, 100. Wyoming, 78. Maine, South Dakota, and then Oregon. And then lest you wonder what President North Dakota went for, Donald Trump. 3 electoral votes in North Dakota. Now let's look at Wyoming as a test. Here's Wyoming, and same thing. Trump. To me, it's no coincidence that Wyoming and Trump, two states that went for North Dakota, 2 states that went for Trump, are also the 2 that are most interested in a Hangman Noose story that comes out of Oakland and Lake Merritt. This is very specific. So it means that strengthening legislation in Oakland to outlaw the development of a hangman's noose before it starts would, at least in theory, reduce the number of occurrences and stop the ignition of Trump's base. It should be against the law for any elected official to benefit from this, from racism. Think about it. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com.